the handle. Okay. All right, hello. First question. I have an analog clock in my hand, for those of you that can see it. Who knows how these work? I'm going to try to see. Can anyone raise their hand? Anyone know how the insides of this thing works? Okay, yeah. I expected maybe 1 or 0 people, so that's fine. Now, if I were to give all you guys tools and time, who thinks that they just might be able to take this thing apart and figure out what all the little bits do and how they all work together to make a functioning clock? I'm not going to test you guys on this, so just raise your hand if you think it might be possible. 1, yeah, lots of people. That's great. You guys are scientists. That reasoning of taking something like this apart and figuring out how it works based on all the little bits, that's called reductionism. And that's how science works. And with that, we're able to, figure out how clocks work. We're also able to say, oh yeah, if this clock says 7 p.m. now, then exactly 3 days from now, it should say 7 p.m. We can predict stuff from simple systems like this wristwatch. Now, if I were to give you guys a cloud that looked like a bunny and say, hey guys, you figured out my watch. Now figure out why this cloud looks like a bunny and not a giraffe. It's no big deal. No, it's really not a big deal. Just take the cloud, break it apart into little water molecules, and then, just piece them back together in a logical way that, use your reasoning. Tell me why it looks like a bunny instead of a giraffe or a pickle. Yeah, it sounds absurd, and that's because of chaos, and that's what I'm here to talk to you guys about. So, the crazy thing about, first, I'm going to ask for a volunteer, and it needs to be someone that drinks alcohol and is okay with that. I know. Someone, you got to raise your hand. I saw you raise your hand. Yeah. You what?
I have to have my own.
No, I'm going to give you a chance to win free alcohol from me. So come on up. Okay. Yeah. What's your name?
Robin.
Robin. All right, Robin. So I have a coin. And what we're going to do in a little bit, after some suspense, is we're going to flip it and see if Robin wins a drink or if he doesn't win a drink. Yeah. Okay, so here's the thing. Now with the clock, we can predict what it's going to look like in the future. And we can predict that with pretty good accuracy. But with a coin, and I can let you inspect it, it's a real coin. Yeah, there's a hole in it, but it's okay. It was made that way. So, so with a coin flip, if we were to flip it, and then just a moment after it leaves your hand, we were to study it, you would think maybe if you studied it enough, if you look close enough at all the little variables about the coin, we'd be able to predict the outcome of the flip, right? Because we know about how physics works, and we know these sorts of things. But it turns out, well, that's not at all the case. That is not at all true. So I'm going to flip it, and we'll see what happens. So if it's crowns, he's going to win, and if not, we're going to just give him a really sad clap. Okay? And it's this one. What do you see? No crowns.
See no crowns.
So a sad clap. I'll take it back. And thanks to Robin. So yeah, the thing about chaos is that it's actually fundamentally impossible to predict the outcome of that coin flip. Because in order to do so, we would need to measure absolutely everything about it and the air around it to millions and millions of points on a decimal place. In fact, if we wanted to know with 100% certainty, we need to have an infinite amount of data about it. And you know what? Having an infinite amount of data is kind of impossible. It's kind of not how the universe works. So we can't do that. Now, okay, 1 minute, that's perfect. So, why does this matter? Why does chaos theory matter on a day-to-day basis? You've probably heard what I just described is the butterfly effect, right? It's that small changes in the initial state, how I hold this coin when I flip it, have drastic outcomes further down the line that can't be predicted. So the butterfly effect is a butterfly in Tokyo flaps its little cute wings, and in Florida 3 years later there's a hurricane. That's what that effect is. And the truth is that nature is flipping coins all the time. Think about it this way. there was a biological coin flip that determined Hitler's gender. What if he had been a girl? It would have been a very different time. Now, chaotic systems are all around us. Things like clouds, yeah, the internet, our brains, cancer, great. But scientists are finally starting to figure out what the rules are to chaos, what the madness to the mayhem is. And it's because of that I think chaos theory is pretty amazing. Have a good night. Thanks a lot.